Black cap on Kubis, number 1, Glenn Collis. Pink and black checks on Monaco Snob. Gates are back. They're away and racing. And speaking of Monaco Snob, was clearly the last one to get going. And after 200 metres, we've got Echoing going up very fast on the outside to take the lead. Bloomin' Harry's trying to go with it. They're followed by Drums Jewel in third placing as they go round the first turn. Kubis eases back off that speed battle now and is trailing through to fourth placing. Kubis followed there by Danish Empire. Then came the Barracuda, who's over on the inside there of Eastern Paradise. They were followed by Sonia, and then came Day of the Fox. Now Heart of Australia's got back to third last, coming up towards the home turn, followed by Monaco Snob, and the last one is Drummer's Chance. 500 metres to go, coming around the corner. The first starter Echoing just in front of Drums Jewel. Out 3 and 4 wide there was Danish Empire. Bloomin' Harry just behind those. And now Kubis pushes its way into the clear with a lovely run and goes through. At the 250 metre mark, Kubis has gone to the lead. Trying to stick with it on the outside is Drums Jewel. It's Kubis drawing clear of Drums Jewel. Here's Heart of Australia roaring down the outside with the big guns. Heart of Australia and Kubis. Heart of Australia on the outsides. Run to the lead from Kubis. Heart of Australia in front. Kubis tries to fort back. Does so and... Yep, came back to win. Kubis has won at a short half head to Heart of Australia. Sonia would wind up third, Drums Jewel fourth. Then came Eastern Princess. Further back then was going to be Day of the Fox, Drummer's Chance. And then came further back was Monaco Snob. Long way back then the Barracuda. Danish Empire weakened out of it. So did Echoing and Bloomin' Harry about the last one home. I'd say Kubis has won. Yes, it has. Number 1, Kubis. If Heart of Australia didn't get to the lead, it certainly joined Kubis. Looked as though it was going to run past it for sure. But Kubis kept lifting. And number 1 is in the frame. It's 1, 6, 12, 14. 1, 6, 12, 14 confirmed. 1, 6, 12, 14. Kubis, Glenn Collis for Rob Heathcote. Heart of Australia, Jeff Lloyd for John and Chris Marr. 12 third, Sonia, Paul Hammersley for Stephen O'Day. 14 is fourth, Drums Jewel, Nathan Thomas for Jono Johnson. 1, 6, 12, 14. Kubis.
With 100 to go, I could see Heart of Australia coming. And but you know, full credit to Glenn. You know, he didn't panic and he saved his best to the last 100 metres, and that was the difference. And look, if I had a fear, Mike, it was to 1200. I think this horse, he's a half brother to Jim Carew, who won a Rosehill Guinness Group 1. So he's going to get better when he gets out to a mile.
And Glenn did ride him along. He made good use of that draw, so he sort of worked a bit early and then relaxed, and he's been able to give a really good kick.
He did, and it's the reason Glenn's up here today. We bumped into that nice horse of Liam's that went down to Sydney here a couple of runs ago. He ran a nice race in town last start, and he's coming here today, and Julie won a nice cutest maiden, so he's on his way, I think.
Chestnut fella by Love Conquers All. A few of them are going okay. Not a big fella by any stretch of the imagination, but he's got a heart.
Yeah, well spotted. He's still got to fill out yet, Mike, so he's probably a good preparation away from being physically anywhere near his best, but the bugger can gallop, and that's the main thing.
Right, well, can you make it race to race? I mean, next you've got the overdraft. Like we often say, they win a maiden, they go up a grade to Class 1. Has this guy got the ability to do that?
Look, you're right. It's very, very hard to do it. I think only a very small percentage of horses that do it. But the overdraft, he's a handy galloper. He could do it. I'd be surprised, but he's got a good level of ability. But I think True Royal will run a nice race today in race 5.
Okay, and what about Buff? What are his movements at the moment?
Monday night, buddy. He's off to. He flies down to Melbourne with Hofgarten, so it'll be about midnight on Monday night, and he'll be at Flemington Stables 4 o'clock on Tuesday morning.
And the big night next Friday.
Yeah, look, they're all lining up for it. They were calling me from Melbourne this morning saying it could be one of the hottest editions of the Moir we've seen, with Chautauqua and Extreme Choice and Wild Rain and Buff there, so it'll be a good race.
Can't wait. Good luck.
Good on you, Mike.
Okay, thank you for that. Rob Heathcote talking about principally Kubis, but giving us the thumbs up with buffering after he got it between races last Wednesday with Hopgarden at Doomben. Running really fast time on that heavy track at Doomben, and he's all ready to go for another Moir. Can he make it 4? He's had 4 goes for a second and 3 wins in the Moir Stakes. Well, Glenn Collis, what do you say about him? He's just as cool as a cucumber, isn't he? And he used the alley perfectly there. Barrier number 2 on Kubis. He knew the horse had a little bit of speed, and then he let them go. He settled around about 6, stayed on the rails, cut the corner. He had to shut one out of the way. legitimately turning into the home straight, and he's been challenged by Heart of Australia on the outside. That filly was held up. She went back early. She got a cushy run and really let go in the home straight. She won't be a maiden for very much longer, Heart of Australia, and she'll improve a fair bit on that as well. But Kubis has been able to take out his first victory at start 7, but they have thrown him in the deep end a little bit. Probably under normal circumstances he would have won a race by now, but they've obviously been chasing some cutest money with him and giving him his chance in better quality races. But they get the bulk of the purse here. This fellow's out of a Grove and a mare called Aperto. By Love Conquers also. He's got a bit of stamina on the maternal side of the family, Kubis. Sauna, the first starter, ran really well to get as close as she did to these two proven horses. And then number 14, Drums Jewel, has run a nice race to pick up 4th placing. And a thrilling finish. 1:12.48, those 3-year-olds went. 1 minute 12.48 seconds for the 1200. We'll get a quick photo. A lot of happy connections here. Hopefully Glenn will get something a little bit extra for his ride there on Kubis. Because I don't know whether he would have won without him. He had to make all the right moves. Just quickly, Glenn, congratulations to you. Made all the right moves on that filly. Used the inside alley to advantage.
Yeah, had a nice gate, hold a spot. Probably got to the front a little bit earlier than I wanted. 58.5 on his back. Had to sort of wait a little bit, and to his credit, when the horse came at him, he really dug. So, yeah, nice little horse on the way forward.
I guess it's hard for you to work out, but did it actually, could you sense that it may have got its head in front?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, well done.
Okay, cheers.
There he is, Glenn Collis. Kubis taking out race number 3 here at the Sunshine Coast. 1, 6, 12 and 14. Caroline, back to you.
Win bets less.